Hello students, hope you all are doing well. So in the continuation of this course code BAJC1029, so today I am going to tell you some basic keys and some menus. So let's start this presentation. The main objective of this presentation is to learn the basic creating and editing document in MS Word. Secondary, we will also understand how to save file, what are the shortcut keys and what are the saving formats. Because saving formats are nowadays very useful tool. You can directly convert your Word file into various different formats. So I will also tell you the basic and the advanced saving formats in the MS Word. Okay, before starting our presentation, let's know what we are going to study, what we are going to learn in this presentation. So here I mentioned few topics like new document, how to create new document, home, page layout, insert, shortcut keys, okay, so document saving formats and renaming documents. These are some basic understanding of MS Words. With the help of these techniques and with the help of these menus, you can create a better document in MS Word. So let's start with our first topic. What is new document? Here is my first slide with the title new document. You can see in the left side I pasted a screenshot of MS Word. Now you can see here there is an arrow, info, new, open, save as, print, share, export, close. Okay, so after clicking on the file, you have to click on new. When you click on new, you will get lots of presets. Okay, presets means a pre-designed document. Then you have to only fill the data. Okay, if you want to create your own data, you have to click on blank document, or if you want to like other documents, like if you want to a poster, if you want to create a resume, if you want to create a newsletter, okay, if you want to create your CV, there are lots of presets. Okay, you can search, even you can search your preset, what type of preset you want, you can search there and you can just click on it and open it. So there I mentioned how to open a new document. Just click on file option, click on new, okay, then click on blank page or any other preset if you want to create. Okay, so let's we move to our next slide. Okay, after creating a new document or after inserting a new page, the first thing you have to manage, means you have to do, is to do the page setup. Okay, page setup, as I already told you, that page setup is the size and the margins of your pages. Basically in Word file we always just click on size. If you want, you can click on size and you can select whatever size you want to use for your document, like A4, A3, A2. Okay, there are multiple formats of your page size. Page size means the length and the breadth of the page is different. Okay, so basically in uh, uh, office work we always use A4 size. So by clicking on size, you can just select your A4 size. In some default MS Word, there is letter. The format letter size was already selected. So you can go there and you can change it to A4 size. Second is orientation. Orientation means the which direction. I mean, which direction in the sense the length of the paper is higher than the width, or the width of the paper is higher than the length. Okay, now you can easily see that when you are clicking a photograph of landscape, you are just using the landscape mode. Or if you are clicking a photo of a person, a portrait mode, you are using the portrait format of the pages. This is, I am giving example just to understand what is landscape and what is portrait. Portrait means the height of the paper is higher than the width of the paper, and landscape means the width of the paper is higher than the length of a paper. Okay, so we can change it from the options given in the tab orientation. The next tab is there is margins. Okay, margin is basically used when you want to you have I mean you have more data than a single page. I mean you have over data, you have over text, but you want to manage them in a single page. So how it's possible? So for that you have to go in margin option and you have to change the margin distance, marginal distance. Basically there is 1.25 inches of marginal distance. If you want to, you can change it to 0.25, 0.50 or 1 or 1.25, in which you wanted the text, your text will fit in your page. So you can change the margin or you can customize your margin. That means ki you can just zero margin from top and bottom, and you can create margin in left and right side. So you have lots of option. You can use it in a page setup mode where you can change the margin, orientation, size and other like columns, other things in a page layout section. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. So here is our first tab, which is home tab, which I already discussed little bit in our uh, previous presentation. So now we will continue that. There is some you can see here the font. What is font and what is font size? Okay, font is a writing structure, or you can say it is a graphical structure of your alphabets. Which type of alphabets will be in your documents? Okay, so you can just click on the format section, and there is lots of list. Even you can download fonts from websites and you can use it in your uh, program, or even you can use your document. The next column next to it is font size. What is font size? Actually basically font size is calculated in points. Okay, it is calculated in points. I will also discuss what is point and how it is calculated. So basically it is calculated in points. The minimum point which is preset in it is 8, and the maximum points which is in inbuilt in is 72. So basically we use from point 8 to point 72. Okay, for there are, I mean, lots of different documents you can study, like your newspaper, like your magazines. So the newspaper and magazine, they are basically use the font size from 10 to 11. Some newspaper are using 9.5, but basically they are used 10 to 11. Even you are the media student, you can also know the font size, which font size and which font the newspapers are using. Okay, so this is also a very interesting topic. You can just open a newspaper website and you can read which type of font and what is the font size here they're using. That is also maybe in future we are going to study the Quark Express or the page design, where I will discuss all this font size and font styles. Okay, so the next thing in it is it is very I mean, I think I already discussed all the things about this home page. Okay, there are some preset styles from which you can just click on it, and like you can see this, there's normal, no space, heading 2. There are lots of different styles. When you are doing practical, you just click on it and select your paragraph and just click on any of the style. That style will implement your on your on your paragraph or documents. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. So here is our next slide, which is insert. Insert means to putting something between your texts. Okay, so there are some options which we can discuss, like table. If you want to insert any table in your document, like we write something and now we have to put some data or put some numbers in it, so we use table format. Or if I want to create some format or something, some forms to give to someone and they will fill it. Okay, so we use table in it. You already seen whenever you are filling any application form, you get some boxes and other things. They all think that all thing is made with the help of table. Okay, the next thing is pictures. What is pictures? Actually, whenever we are writing some articles and some other things, we need to attract the readers for that. So to attract the readers, we use pictures or images. As we also the students of media and mass communication, we all know that then audio and visual is the most effective medium. So when we are using text, we also use some visual things in it. So we use pictures, we insert pictures from here, and that improve the reading factor of your articles. Okay, there is some next these online pictures. What is online pictures? Basically, the pictures is we can drag, or we can insert, or we can browse that picture from our drive which we already saved in it. But online pictures means we can directly search it from internet. We can directly search it from internet, and we can use that picture image on your uh, document, right? The next thing is shapes. Basically, shapes are used when we want to create some different types of, or we want to highlight any text. Okay, like we want to highlight our heading, so we create a text box and fill it with different color and write something in it. Okay, if we want to highlight something, we use arrows, we use lines, we use circles. So which type of image or whatever you want to use, we use shapes. We insert that image from the shape. Okay, the next is charts. Chart is actually basically this chart is designed, or which this chart was created in Excel. Excel is a software which is used to tabulation of data and to create pie charts to analyze data. Okay, so we analyze data there, and we can create chart, and we can import that chart or insert that chart in our document. Now the next change which is very important to know you, this is hyperlink. Okay, what is hyperlink? Hyperlink basically a link which connects two documents. Okay, you can you can understand this is from whenever you are copying something from any website, or you are referring something any website. Also, I also put some reference, that is hyperlink. You just click on that link and you will directly connect it to that website. So in hyperlink, we can just we can create hyperlink with our documents or other website. Like if I want to refer you from page 1 to page third, so if there is any keyword which is directly related to page third, I just click that that word and create a hyperlink on that word. Whenever you click on that word, you will directly move toward the page, that page from in which I already put lots of information. You can identify this in the Wikipedia, where you search something, there are lots of names, or there are lots of terms which they use. If you want to know more about that words, you just click on it and you directly move to that other page or other website. Okay, so that is hyperlink, means connecting two documents on a single page. Okay, the next you have to know is header and footer. What is header and footer? Header and footer basically used when we want to create a document, and this information which I want on all the pages, the information which I want on all the pages, we use that information in header and footer. Like if I want to use my organization name on all the pages, or any other information like date, like any other information, I just put in header that information. So whenever I click for the next page, that information already exists in that page. Okay, header is the basic information which I put in the lower side of a lower side of a page. So in footer we generally use our contact details, or our website, or page number, any things which you want in all the pages. You just put it on first page, header and footer. It will reflect on all the pages. You can do it by practically if you want to try it at home. So you can use header and footer. The next is page number. Basically, whenever we are writing for any research, whenever we are writing a book, we forget to calculate what is the page number, how many page we are writing. So you just click on the page number, it will give you option where you want to show the page number, on the right side, on the left side, or the center. Okay, so if you put on the right side, so on the end of every page, right hand side, there is a page number. So you can use that tool in that case. Okay, there are some equations and there are symbols. Basically these symbols and these equations are used when you want to add um, some symbols that is called some, I mean, this kind of symbols like some different type of alphabets and some other types of different types of symbols like dollar, like currency symbols. Okay, so this kind of symbols you can just click there and you can insert that symbol in your document. So let's move to our next slide. So here is an important part whenever we are working on our laptop, or whenever we are working on any application. So we have to work with mouse and we have to move from one tab to another tab. Okay, so that is very time taking. But when we are fluent in that application, we use shortcuts. Okay, shortcuts means the combination of two keys to create an effect. Okay, so there I mentioned lots of shortcut keys in this page, but basically I will I mean you can use them in your practice, but I will discuss some I mean very useful keys which we use, like control N. Like whenever we are working in a document and we want to create, or we want to open a new document, so we use control N. Just press control and N and there is a new page. And if you want to open any uh, existing file, so you can just use control plus O to open any file. And this is a control S. The control S very important. Whenever we are working, it's very important to save our work time to time. So when first time we save our file, I mean whenever we named our file, after that we just need to press, after completing some work, we just need to press control S, and then document already saved at the at the destination, at the path where you already saved the file. There's two very important keys are control Z and control Y. As we know, we are working, whenever we are working on like a laptop or any application, we do mistakes. Whatever keys I am telling you, these keys work in maximum Microsoft applications. Okay, so it doesn't mean ki, if you read it or if you learn it here for words, they will not going to work in any other application. They are also work in any all other applications. Okay, so these are basic keys which I'm telling you. So control Z is basically, we know is undo. Undo means if you if there is some mistake, if you by mistake if it does something, then just click on control Z and that will I mean that will erase from it. Okay, so that is called undo. And control Y, it is redo. Okay, if in by mistake you have done some work and you feel that it is wrong and you did undo, but after that you realize no, that is right. Okay, when that is right, then how will you get it again back? So you will use control Y. Control Y means redo. That undo part is again come back. So you will do redo. Okay, so these are some basic keys, and you can also understand the three keys. One is control X, control C and control V. Okay, these three keys are basically used. Control X for cut, if you want to cut any text, so you use control X. Control C, if you want to copy any text, you can use control C. Control V, if you want to paste any text which you already cut or which are already copied from somewhere, you can use control V to paste it. Okay, there are three or basic keys which you can use when you are working on any Word document. That is control B. Control B means whenever you want to make any word or any sentence bold, you use control B. Okay, next is control U. Control is U is used whenever you want to underline any statement or underline any word. You use control U. Just select the word and use control U, that underline. Okay, then if you want to give any effect like italic to any word, so you use control I. Control I. Whenever you select any word and just control I, press control I, that word convert into italic. So let's we move to our next slide. So here we have the process of saving any document and the formats in which we can save our documents. Okay, so for saving any documents, you have to just click on file. After clicking on file, you have option save as whenever you are want to save any new file, or you want to save any existing file with a new name. Okay, just mark it with a new name. If existing file, if you want to save it with a new name, you use save as. Okay, after save as, you have get some space, some places named like where you want to save. So first you have to click on computer, even some in there somewhere there's my computer. After my computer, you have to choose where you want to save. That means which in which folder. If you already created on that folder, you just go to that folder. Okay, just go to like I want to save my file in desktop. I just click on desktop. Okay, after that you have a new tab will open which asks you the file name. Okay, like you can see on the right hand side top, there is doc1. That means doc1, document1. You can write any name or any type of file, which type of files you are using, like resume, you are creating resume, like you are writing a book, or any name, you can assign the name. After that assigning name, there is a column file format. As I mentioned in this document, there is Word document, Word micro, Word 19 to 2003, okay, PDF, XPS, web page. There are lots of formats in which you can say the Word 1907 to 2003. Actually, before introducing this MS Office 2010, we are working on the document format which is called doc. Okay, the doc format, doc is a document which is we when we use Word to 1997 to 2003, we use the extension which is called doc. But nowadays we are using that extension which is called docs. Okay, so now this file we use docs. But if you want to if you someone is using the older Windows, so if we save our file in docs format, that will not going to open in the 2003 version. So for those person, we create file in our existing Microsoft Word and save it in Word 97 2003 document. So that document will open in our system and the system which our friend have. Okay, the older version. And there is a format which is called PDF. We all know the portable document format PDF, which is very useful. If you save something in PDF, that is not going to change anything. Okay, so for safety purposes, people, or for mailing purpose, people use PDF format and they send their documents. So there are some basic steps: file save as, computer, folder, file name, and save. Okay, from these steps you can save any document. So let's move to our next slide. So here we have to understand how to rename a document. If by mistake, if we already named some file and now we want to change the name, how we can change? The first way, which I already discussed, we open the existing file and go to save as and just rename our file. So that will create a new file with a new name. But if you don't want to open it, okay, we will just go to the we will use the second way. We just go to the saved file, right click on it, and you will get this option which I already pasted here. So we will go on that option, rename. Okay, under detail we have the option rename. We just go on rename and just rename our file, existing file. So let's we move to our next slide. So let's we quickly recall what we are studied in this presentation. First is new document, how to create new document. What are the tools under home page? What are the page layout? How to insert any image, any shape? What are the shortcut keys? How to save in documents and how to rename in documents. Hope you all understand whatever I'm teaching. If you have any queries or if you have any doubt, you can just text me and the details I provided on the last slide. So here I discuss all the basic tools, basic keys, basic shortcuts about the MS Office. Here I have mentioned some reference. You can just click on it, and so I already told you now there are hyperlinks. So these are hyperlinks. You can just click on their links, and you can just directly visit that pages, and you can uh, go if you want to go detail and deeply. If you want to practice something, you can just go and study here. Okay, from my side I already told you all the things which is enough for you. Thank you. These are some my details like my name, my email ID, my phone number. If I have any queries, if you have any doubt, you can just text me or you can mail me, so I will give you response. I will tell you what is the right process. So thank you so much.